My name's Kim Carson, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. I was born in southeastern Oklahoma and grew up in Canyon, Texas, near Amarillo in the High Plains. And I've been writing country songs and singing country music for about 23 years. My music style, the songs I write, sound old. It sounds like Loretta Lynn, Merle Haggard, Hank Williams, Billy Joe Shaver was a big influence on me as well. So I like the old style country music, and I like to write the old style country music. Buck Owens, also another big favorite. So that's the kind of music that you hear at my shows.
Did you start out playing country music, or did you start out differently?
Well, I've always loved country, but I started out in New Orleans, and so my friends were Vicki Peterson from the Bangles and John Thomas Griffith from Cowboy Mouth, and my sister's boyfriend is the lead guitar player for Train, and her roommate was the bass player for Train, so I was surrounded by all these rockers, but my love is country, and so my band members were not country, but I was. And the joke was that it sounded like Loretta Lynn singing Counting Crows songs. And eventually, as people left, I started replacing lead guitars with steel guitars and rhythm guitars with fiddle, and we became my band.
What's so special about country music for you?
I think country music tells a story, the lyrics. You know, it's really the words that are so special in country music, because when the words of a song crystallize the feelings that someone is going through, the loss of a love, whether they passed on or they just don't love you anymore. When you can sing those feelings to someone, that's what brings people to country music, or even just a good time in an afternoon drinking beer, you know, and having fun. But I think it's the words that country music speaks to the heart. You big talking man,
I am big.
I'll be waiting in Jackson. I'm a J-Plane thing. Yeah, we get buried in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Oh yeah, I'll go down to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Oh yeah, I'll go down to Jackson. Look out, Jackson.
You've been touring Europe quite a lot, I think. How did you get over here, and how are you enjoying the country crowd in Europe?
Well, I came first in 2000 to Germany for just 2 weeks, and I loved it. I came just me and my guitar, playing on the street and playing some small places. And as people began to hear me and offer me to come and play in larger places and larger, and then festivals, I started bringing more of my band members from home, and we started staying for 5 weeks, 7 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. So we come every year for 3 months. We basically move to Europe, and we'll play in Germany, Switzerland, Österreich, Frankreich, Denmark, Holland. So we have a big tour every year now, and I love the European audiences because they participate in the show. They love to dance along, sing along, drink along, you know, and they come dressed, you know, they come dressed country style, and I love that the audiences really participate in the whole evening. It's great.
Don't they do that in America?
They do, but in America, like in Texas, everyone dresses like us. So it's really, so no one goes to any effort. This is how they dress anyway, you know. But it's really interesting to hear that people come and they listen to a completely foreign language, and many people here understand English, but we speak Texican, so it's even really harder to understand. So that to me is impressive, and I'm so so impressed with the European country singers to sing in a completely different language, to sing in English, and to learn these songs in English. To me, is much respect, because I've tried to sing in Spanish before and it's really bad.
Maybe German instead.
Oh, this would be a disaster. Mein Deutsch ist nicht richtig.
Oh, that's perfect.
Ich möchte lernen, aber ich spreche Deutsch mit Texas accent. Ist schlecht.
No, it's not. What are your plans for the rest of the summer or the rest of the year?
Well, we've just been here 2 weeks, so 2 Wochen here, and we have a big tour with a few shows in France and at big festivals, also in Denmark. We will be touring Europe until 19 September, and then it's back to the US, and then the tour continues there with shows from Texas, Chicago, on across the lower United States, Mississippi, Alabama, of course Louisiana, Florida. So we'll be continue touring there. A lot of shows in Texas. And I'll do that until about mid-September, and then I go into Central America, into Panama, Costa Rica, and to the warm weather.
Have you been there before?
Yes, I've been touring in Central America since 2004, so 2004, and every year I'm there 2 months, 3 months. There's a big country appreciation for country music in Central America. It's a very caballero. They don't understand the words at all, but they understand the feeling of the music, and they dance, and drink tequila.
Music brings people together, right?
It does. Music is a language that really the world all speaks. We can all communicate through music, and that's what I love most about it.
We're gonna have big fun on fire. Oh, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. Because tonight I'm gonna see my Chevy at a big guitar, filled with jar and big ale. Oh, son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on fire. Sing it, Kimmy. Yeah, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see my Chevy big guitar, big jar and big ale. Hey, son, gonna have big fun on the bow. I said, son, gonna have big fun on the bow. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you.